Yo, what's up guys, it's Shady here, and today we're here with our week 1 game for APA Wi-Fi Little Cup. This week we're going up against Coach Dreadful Dragonite and his Los Angeles Ampharos, I think. Yeah, I joined another division of APA, especially considering since this upcoming week is going to be the final week of Academy. If we don't make playoffs, so I decided to join. Plus, I enjoy LC, so I now realize that you guys don't know my team, and I've been doing minimal editing on my videos just because I'm trying to get them all out and caught up, and then I'll start editing like I always do. So let me try to quickly pull up our team. Like our full roster, if I can try. It's kind of taking forever to load it. This video is already up pretty late, so I didn't go back and watch the replay like I usually do, just because I wanted to get this out as soon as possible. So yeah, there's that. So our team consists of one moment. We're actually lost an A-Pomp this season. I just thought, you know, it's LC, might as well do the LC logo rather than the non-LC logo. Okay, so we have Drilber, Larvesta, Alolan Rattata, Lime Jr., Makuhita, Pidgey, Hippopotas, Shellos, Shelmet, and Pansage. So that's our team this season. Not sure if I plan on making any transactions. Whereas he has, it's actually the Los Ampharos, not the Los Angeles. So yeah, the Los Ampharos. And he has Rufflet, Tyrant, Corpus, Litten, Turtwig, Azuro, Sandile, Tentacruel, Coughing, and Lillipop. So the team we decided to bring was, well, you can see it on screen. We have a Fizz-Def Hippopotas with Earthquake Yawn, Stealth Rock, Slack Off. Obviously no way to hit the Rufflet. You'll see how that comes into play later in the game. I just feel like Stealth Rocks was really nice just to break any sashes, break the Sturdy on the Tyrant, all that. Slack Off obviously to get health up, Earthquake to just have an attacking move, and Yawn to kind of force his Mont to maybe pivot out and take more rocks damage. We have our Drilber, which is Mold Breaker. I decided to bring Mold Breaker specifically for his coughing, because I felt like if anything that coughing would be his attempt to check out Drilber. The only other mon that could have possibly done that job was the Turtwig. So I did decide to bring Drilber, and specifically for that Turtwig we did bring X-Scissor, bring the Rocky MZ with Earthquake, Rock Slide, X-Scissor, and Sandstorm. Because I wanted to run the Z Sandstorm, get up to +1 speed, and then hopefully we could sweep late game. So yeah, we have our Eviolite Shellos with Scald, Earth Power, Clear Smog, Recover. It's a pretty physically defensive mon. I decided to run Sticky Hold over Water Absorb. This is meant to hopefully check that Corpish. Scald just for stab, Earth Power to hit. I want to say it was the Tyrant. I think there's just something else though. It was the Tentacle. I think it was the Tentacle, and Clear Smog in case the Corpus sets up an SD or Dragon Dance, and then Recover just to get back up to full. I decided to run Sticky Hold over Water Absorb because Knockoff for the most part was going to do more anyways to Michellos than Crab Hammer would ever do. So I feel like, I don't think he could Crab Hammer on Michellos in case I was Water Hold, and in case he tried to, and I felt like Shellos wasn't only up for the Corpus, I could have used it for other potential mons on his team, such as the Tentacle, and also the Tentacle does get the knockoff. I don't know if Flint does, it may, I don't think it does though. But just other mons, Eviolite would just be nice to have it, so I decided to run Sticky Hold over Water Absorb. running a Sash, Mime Junior, with Psychic, HP Fighting, Fake Out Thunderwave, Psychic obviously for Stab, HP Fighting to hit that Tyrant, I think there might have also been something else, the Sandile, Fake Out just for priority, and Thunderwave to maybe like stop Tyrant from sweeping us, because if we ever Sash, we get pretty much the guaranteed T-Wave off as long as we don't miss. We have a Choice Scarf for Lone Rattata, outsped a Corpus, and we can always flip an Aqua Jet +1. Did really well, get to see Return, Double Edge, Quick Attack, Sucker Punch. Return obviously for main stab, Double Edge have to hit a little bit harder, but we don't always want to take the recoils, that's why we have Return. Quick Attack for priority and Sucker Punch for priority. Sucker Punch was really just there for things such as maybe just because it hit harder, although if we didn't have to lock ourselves in Sucker Punch and we could just click Quick Attack, then that would have been the play. I just didn't really have a move. I guess I could have ran U-turn. So I don't know. And then lastly we got our Shelmet here with the Berry Juice, Bug Buzz Spikes, Final Game HP Psychic. I decided to run Shelmet because that was really across our entire team, minus the Shelmet, we got pretty much destroyed by a Turtwig, so I decided to bring it with the Bug Buzz. Spikes might be nice to set up, Final Game, but just to kill ourselves if we need to, and HP Psychic to hit that coughing. So yeah, that's the team we decided to bring. He decided to bring the Litten, the Tyrant, the Rufflet, Turtwig, the Corpus, and the Coughing. So pretty much what I expected. The Litten was kind of up in the air, but the other 5 was completely pretty much set on. Obviously that's going to be a DD, Sturdy, Berry Juice, Tyrant. Rufflet was kind of up in the air. I didn't really know what to expect from it. Turtwig I definitely thought would be physically defensive for my Drober. Corpus would just be a setup. Coughing I thought would be an Eviolite user defensively. And then Litten I wasn't really too sure what to expect from it. I believe I decided to lead off with the Shellos because it matched up pretty well with everything on his team minus the Turtwig. So I think I did decide to lead with it. But anyways, we're just gonna have to do the battle. We'll see how it goes here. We're gonna challenge him. Trainer, I'm not gonna say his name. But here we're just going to lead off with friends are Shellos. Like I said, we are going to lead off with that. And he is going to lead off here with his Apollo, which is the Litten. I'm pretty sure checking it didn't get knocked off, but it doesn't really matter. I stick hold anyways. I decided here to fire off the Scald, I believe. I didn't think there's any drawback to it. If you went Turtwig, I wasn't really hitting it too much harder with anything else anyways. So I am just going to fire off the Scald here. As he ends up just going for the U-turn. And he does go into his coughing, and so I'm not expecting this to do a lot. We're gonna fire out the Scald, and as you're gonna see here, it does a good amount. It does about 25%, and so that kind of told me that he's probably not Eviolite. I decided to stay in here. I didn't really have like a better switch into this, and I kind of wanted to see what he wanted to do. He said to click the Willow, so that was interesting. I'm just gonna fire off the Scald again to kind of see what happens. We're gonna do a good amount. And we're gonna get chipped by the burn. And here I'm just like, okay, we're fine. We can just we can take 2 Sludge Bombs from this range. We can recover up. We're fine. And he actually ends up revealing the Thunderbolt, which completely caught me off guard. I didn't actually know the Coughing got Thunderbolt, nonetheless, or even Wheezing for that matter. I didn't know either of them got Thunderbolt, so that caught me completely off guard. So here, I'm hoping maybe I can get the recover off on something else, and so Shellos might be helpful later in the game. So I decided to keep it, and I swap out into my Shelmet because I could take the Thunderbolt and the Sludge Bomb, get back up with the Berry Juice. So here I decided to swap out into my Shelmet. Like I said, he's going to Sludge Bomb, going to do a lot. It's going to do about half. I'm going to get my Berry Juice, and I believe I just set up Spikes because, like I said, I could take a Sludge Bomb and get back up with Berry Juice. So I could break the Sturdy now. I don't have to worry about setting up Rocks later. Rocks would still be nice for the Rufflet and just have more chip on this team, but just getting the Spikes up to break that Sturdy is always great. Here he's going to Sludge Bomb a second time. He's just down to let it go down. I definitely risked him clicking Destiny Bond again, but I just kind of said, man, screw it. And he doesn't, he just fires off the Sludge Bomb, and I end up picking up the KO here with the Bug Buzz. So here, He's just gonna go into his Corpish, and I decide that if he sets up, that's fine. I'm just gonna click the I'm going to click the final gambit just to get off as much damage as I could to this thing. Bug Buzz may have done more, but if he was like Eviolite or even just slightly bulky, Final Gambit was my best bet, so I did click Final Gambit. He is going to set up the DD, and now we can just go into our Rattata, and we can just kill here with the return. We don't even have to click Quick Attack, and if he is Eviolite, then Quick Attack wouldn't have killed. So I decided to click it here. I didn't want to go for Sucker Punch because I didn't want to risk the miss, or not risk the miss, but risk him clicking DD. But return should have killed, but we did not have max happiness, which is completely unfortunate. Completely my fault. But I would have had my Hello Rattata in the back. I mean, a Scarf Rattata with Hustle. That would have been really nice, and this thing would have been dead. Now I'm forced to go out into my Junior here. I click the Fake Out. I don't get nowhere close to killing with the Fake Out, and now I have to take this Crab Hammer here, and we're gonna lose our Scarf, or we're gonna have to pop our Sash. I mean, sorry. And so now because I misgened the returns happiness, I now lost my Sash on this thing, and I also lost my Choice Scarf Rattata, and you'll see how that comes to play later in the game. Here I decide to swap into my Shellos. I thought if there's any mod I could maybe get the recover off on, it was this. I feel like maybe he clicks Fake Out, and then I can live another move. He does click the Fake Out. I'm going to take a lot more than I expected, though. I don't expect to maybe take 2 HP. But he is just going to do 3 HP. He's going to get the U-turn off, and that is just going to kill. I think it did exactly 5 HP, so like I said, I think I lived the U-turn plus the Fake Out, even after burn, if it only did 2 HP with the Fake Out, but he didn't. He can U-turn out into his Turtwig, and I just have to go and sack my Junior here to try to get off as much damage as I can, so maybe I can revenge something in the back. So I am going to Fake Out here. I'm not going to do a lot. And I'm just going to Psychic. You have to get some damage off on this. And we're going to do a decent amount. We don't see a Berry Juice, so that's nice. He's just going to click the Seed Bomb here and pick up the KO on my Junior. And so yeah. And now we're going to go into our thing here. Our Jober, and we're just going to click the X Scissor. And X Scissor is going to be able to pick up the KO on this Turtwig. And so we're looking like we maybe have a chance. We need to get that Z Sandstorm off on something. He's just going to go into his Ruffle here, and if he was Scarfed, he outsped, and he just killed me with the return. So I do just go into my Hippopotas, and I just end up staying in. Or, I mean, I just end up just taking this return pretty well. I mean, obviously it's a Ruffle, it's going to hit pretty hard. But we do end up taking it. He's going to end up going for the bulk up here, as I believe I do just click Yawn. Just because I didn't want this thing to stay in. And if he yawned, I didn't think he would stay in. And then maybe I could double out on Jober and set up a Z Sandstorm on his team. But as I saw bulk up, I realized that this was probably his Eviolite user, or one of his Eviolite users. So, you know, that just kind of hit me. I knew he wouldn't stay in, so I should have probably gone into my Jober. But I think, honestly, the Rocks was probably better. I mean, just looking at his last 3 mons, it chipped his team pretty well. And I could always just yawn and then try to make the swap in the Jober the next time around in order to get the sweep. He can Will-O-Wisp me with Litten. I was afraid that this thing would have a Willow, and he does have it, and that sucks because this is the only thing really that Jober would be able to set up on at this point in the game. I mean, Tyrant probably just killed with Outrage straight up, and what's that mon called? The Ruffle killed with Return if he was offensive. So I would have to take the burn. So I think I'm just at this point just playing to chip his team down enough to where I can sweep even if I am burned, if I can get up the Z Sandstorm. Here I didn't think he would stay in. I thought he would U-turn out, and he did, and so he goes into his Tyrant, and I skip the Yawn. And so I believe here I just fire off the EQ, I don't think I fired off the double yawn. I may have, but I don't really see too much point in doing that. Yeah, I slack off in case he tried to like outrage me and try to do just a bunch of damage. So I just click the slack off, and we're gonna take it pretty decently. And he is just gonna click roost here, which is unfortunate that he does have the roost. It makes sense that he has the roost, but it's unfortunate because obviously he can just roost off any rocks damage that he takes, and I really needed damage on this rufflet considering it was most likely Eviolite, and so rock slide wouldn't be doing too much. Now he's gonna bulk up here, and we're just gonna click the yawn to try to force it out, I believe. And no, we click earthquake. I guess predicting the swap. I'm not really too sure why I clicked EQ. Oh no, because I clicked the on the previous turn. That's why. And he stayed in and bulked up, because even if right now, as we'll see, I'm gonna go straight into my Jober. And I figured I could just maybe kill here with my moves. He is just gonna stay fast asleep, and I believe here I just fire off the Z move. I fire off the Z, the Rocky and EMZ. I don't go for the Z Sandstorm just because I know this thing isn't scarfed anymore. I outspeed a Litten. I may actually speed tie with a Litten, I don't remember, but that's fine if I speed tie with it because it's not killing me with anything, and I just pop it with an EQ, and then I outspeed a Tyrant for sure. So I didn't really need it now that I know that the thing is not scarfed. So I just fire off the rock slide, the Z rock slide. I do not kill, and unfortunately he is not even Eviolite. He is just Berry Juice. So this is just a very bulky rufflet, meaning that he isn't max attack. But I think since he wasn't, I think even though he wasn't, he still just he still killed with a turn on my Jober. He still just did a lot, so I couldn't just stay in here. Had I fired off the rock slide beforehand, I don't think I would have put it in Berry Juice range, and then I could have popped the Z the following turn, and that would have been my play. But like I said, I thought it was Eviolite, so that was unfortunate for me. Yeah, as you can see there, even though he was very defensive, he is just gonna be able to pick up the KO with a just normal return, especially because he bulked up. I think if anything, it was because he had already set up the bulk up. And so at this point, my only chance at winning is if he didn't roost here, if he like just fired off a return or something. And unfortunately, he does not. He does just click the roost. He makes a good play. I go for the EQ, knowing that if he roosted, then maybe I could like get some kind of crit or something. But he's just gonna take that up, especially because he's burned, or because I'm burned. And now there's pretty much no way at me winning this game unless he like somehow chokes. But I'm just gonna spoil it really. He doesn't choke. He's just gonna stay in here and just keep bulking up, and I'm just gonna like try to stall, hope for something, but eventually I am just gonna lose 3-0. So GG to Dreadful. My Rattata not having max happiness definitely completely lost me this game. I mean, I would have had my Mime Jr. in the back, who would have had a Sash, so could have at least gotten a Psychic or Thunderwave off on this thing. I would have had my Rattata still alive, and that was doing a lot to this roughly. I could have sent this in on this at any point, and that would have been nice. So, once again, GG. I mean, that's completely my fault. So we do move down to 0-1 to start off this APA season. And next week we do face Aaron. That's going to be up a little bit late, I think. Not too much, but a little bit late. But his side will be on time. Dreadful's uploaded this on time, so you can go and check out that. All the coach's stuff is in the description below, like always. I'm still here just stalling him out, but yeah, there's no really point in me just kind of commentating this end part. I pretty much said what I wanted to say, so I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know what this battle end up playing out. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more league content such as APA-LC, and the UPPA, and another couple things that I have planned during the summer. So make sure to check all that out. But anyways, this has been Shady, and I'm out. Peace.